we are with Jim Wilson from Global Cavitation at the ICA 2025 show, where we're demonstrating our PicoPure Nanobubble Generator Cavitation Unit. In this unit, it's a very simple design. What we're doing is feeding different types of water, either fresh water or reclaimed water, into the tank, allowing that water to recirculate through the Nanobubble Reactor back into the tank, and then that water can be used, gravity fed, and used into any of our water applications that we want to use with the repressurization pump. The unit is a very simple design. It's not complex. It can come around in the back here. As you can see, we're pulling water out of the tank through our pump, injecting just a small amount of air, 1 to 3 liters a minute, about 2%, 1.5 to 2%. That water is coming back up through the Nanobubble Reactor from Global Cavitation, and then being recirculated back into our tank. And with about 2 passes, we're able to saturate the water to a capacity level and help also clean the particulates and any other organic matter will surface to the top of the tank. And then we have a skimmer built in that will remove that matter and into the drainage system. And I'll allow Jim here to explain the cavitation unit itself and how that is actually working.
Thanks, Jason.
That?
The magic that changes the game so far as the utilisation, the robustness, improving ROI, reducing chemistries, saving, we think we're going to be able to get this very, very soon to 100% reused closed loop system. So we'll be reusing all of the reclaimed water through the chemical board as well as the RO aspect. We're getting things down to about 200 TDS, whereas city water can be as high as 300, 350, even as high as 500 in some cases. And we're using 20% less chemical. So these water numbers are fantastic, and they tick a lot of the environmental boxes as well, so far as keeping our fresh water fresh in the lakes and the rivers and not wasting it. It comes down to a hydrodynamic cavitation device, something robust that does not fail, does not break down. A vortex being induced and accelerating in speed through this cone, that drives all the way through these multiple chambers. This thing is called a vortex-induced multi-stage hydrodynamic cavitation reactor. I know it's a mouthful, but it's a description of what it's doing. No one else in the world can claim this. There's no blockage potential. Everything goes straight through. There's no maintenance. There's no breakdown. There's no moving parts. There's no repair factor. And this is important when we've got a busy system that you want running all the time, doing the work to make money and keep your customers happy. Jason?
Yes, thank you, Jim. Again, very simple design. We can use the water in our chemistry applications. We can use the water to help our reclaim and biologics that we add to our reclaim system. The device will, we can inject oxygen into the water, which will help the biologics as a reclaim system, further cleaning that water and making it reusable in the wash.
Yeah. That's an important part. Sorry, I should have mentioned that earlier, guys. The tiny, tiny bubbles are vitally important because we're not only dissolving gas to enable bacteria to consume the gas, because bacteria needs to breathe, just like you and me do. And to get that to dissolve, we need to disperse and thin the surfactant, make that surfactant coating nice and thin so the gas can transfer. And when we're down as low as 7 nano, again, you can't see below 1,000 nano, all right? A micro bubble is something you can see. Nano bubbles, you can't. So when you can see 1,000 nano, understand that we're getting down to 7. It's seriously impressive from something that doesn't block it, is nice and robust. This enables all the bacteria to keep busy. It's removing H2S because you now created an aerobic environment instead of an anaerobic environment. And all these benefits can come because the bacteria is happy, it's breathing, you're feeding it with the car wash, working daily, so they've always got something to eat. Things get cleaned up very, very well.
Thank you, Joe.
Exciting times.
It's great.
Yeah. Been an awesome show.
Yeah, it's a great show. Again, thank you for joining us here at the ICA 2025.